I think it was on this, with this group, I was talking about the dojis before. All right, doji is your best friend when it comes to reversal, especially on the double top, double bottom. Damn, he just called me. Looking at the rules. And then the third, which kind of is just more confluence, more, not more value by any means, but more, there we go. All right, you're looking for the RSI. It's more strong, right? It's more apt to, go your way. Let's change this to, should work. So my levels are 30, 70, 30, and 70. All right. So you got the levels over here, 70, 30, 70, 30, right? All right, so the RSI is the third rule. This is just kind of like added bonus, right? With these two rules, you're going to have a very successful rate, right? This is like, I'm not going to throw a number out because I don't want to quote you guys, but it's 80, 85, give or take, right? Third rule is like the icing on the cake. Right. RSI above or below the 70, 30 range. You can add other confirmations, divergence, trendline break. If everybody can please mute. Juan? Yo, Juan? Could you please mute everyone?
Oh, sorry.
Good.
I'm sorry. We'll do it in a while.
Let's see if I can get you. There we go. I got you. All good. Cool. So, all right, let's go back to candlesticks. All right, now let's look for dojis, right? Remember, these are the two golden rules. All right, these are the two golden rules. All right, and then you have the RSI, which is more confluence and more, I'm trying to keep thinking the word. It's more powerful, right? So right here, right, this is a doji on a zone, meaning reversal, right? Price is going up, doji reversal, so it does drop, right? So 1, 2 are complete, right? There's a touch here, comes back up, boom, boom, right? Then it drops. All right, so this is a solid doji, 45 pips, right? So it's not a lot of pips, but if your daily goal is 40 or 50 pips, right, you just hit your daily goal right here, right? Let me throw the period separators on here too. You guys got on here late. This isn't my laptop, so that's why it looks a lot different from my my normal MT4. All right, so boom, boom. All right, rule 1, you got your zones. Rule 2, right, you're looking for double top, double bottoms, and a doji, right? Boom, doji drops 40 pips. 2 different ways you can handle this when it gets here. I always do 2 positions, right? I got my number 1 goal, which is, from zone to zone, 40 pips, 50 pips, whatever, right? And then my second position is always a runner, right? So once it gets about 30, 40 pips or TP, right, your stop loss is up here. You now put it here, right, in profit. So technically, you held it all the way here. It's 160 pips. I'm way too impatient for this because this is a 4-hour candle. This is, maybe a week. I don't have the patience for that. If you are a swing trader, go ahead. Definitely take advantage of that. I just, I would have got out, halfway through, got in somewhere over here, right? So you're looking for double tops, double bottoms. Like I said, the 1 hour is what I use. For some reason, his laptop MT4 is not connecting, so it won't let me jump around from just his waiting. So you can use this on the 1 hour. That's what I specifically use, right? So coming down here, let's kind of make this a little bit cleaner cut. All right. So you got the doji right here, right? We're on a 4-hour zone. There is no double top here, but we do have a doji. Right, and the RSI is at 30. Right, this is almost like a guaranteed winning trade. Price goes on, doji, reversal, buy. We go to zone, right? It's 100 and some pips. You can take profit right here at this small zone at 70. Well, let me see here. About 50 and some change, right? Well, Luke, my pip goal's 100. Cool. 2 positions at 50 equals 100, right? If your goal's 200, 4 positions at 50 is 200 pips, right? So my point is, quit trying to catch these huge, big moves at 200, 300, 400 pips when you can catch 50 pips, 100 pips, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 positions. One of my mentors, he catches 10 pips at a time, 10 pips. His daily goal is 100. Right, so what does he do? He has either 1 or 2 setups, and he does 10 positions at 10 pips. Right? He's like, Luke, why? He's talking to me. He's like, Luke, why do you keep trying to catch, 50 pip moves? To me, that's just my style. I hate scalping. Scalping is, I don't hate it, but it's so tentative. You have to be paying attention. I like to, click buy or sell and go on with my day, and my trade, hit TP within a few hours. That's just my style. I don't like trading. It's boring. It's not exciting. That's just me, right? So cater this to you. If you're a swing trader, swing this. If you're a scalper, you can definitely, scalp it. It's just not my style, right? So getting back to this, these are the 3 rules, right? I'm going to go back in history and get rid of some of these. Bam. All right, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. So let's go back a little bit more in history for some sharp points. Does anybody have any questions so far? I mean, this is one of the easiest strategies. I just like UJ because gold, for example, gold has been consolidating for almost a week. So I haven't, one is NFP week. I don't really trade NFP week unless it's perfect or it's just a beautiful, beautiful setup. Because all the news, if you saw the wicks on UJ and gold this morning, they were nuts. All right. There's no reason to trade. I'm up stupid percent for the year. There's no reason to start trading at 50%. Right. So boom, boom. Right. We have price going down. As you see, you got a small doji right here. It's basically at the 70. It's like 68.5. It's a pretty simple sell. Right, 100 some pips, right? All through here, it's not even close to RSI. Boom, boom, right? Now we got a double bottom down here. Price rejects with a big wick. It rejects it, comes up, right? I would not trade this doji. It's just it's forming a double bottom, as you see, right? You could, if you really wanted to. Remember, the 4-hour dojis are very strong. You could scalp this for, 40, not really scalp, but you could trade this for, 45 pips, right? Next thing you know, boom, here we got the double bottom, right? I wouldn't say it's divergent because it's going up. So you got a doji right here, boom, ride it up, 50 pips, stop loss and profit, basically right here, right? So price never comes back down to test it. Your stop loss and profit, right? You hold it for however long this is, that's 200 pips, right? What happens up here, right? It's not there. It's at 67, right? Boom, boom. Comes up here. There's not really any doji action through here. It definitely got a vector on a zone, which is a sign of reversal. I would not trade this because there's no clear-cut doji. It's a little sloppy through here, but what's it do down here? Boom, boom, double bottom, right? Right up to the 50%. It doesn't touch the top zone, but you got 60 pips here, right? Stop loss and profit, right? Or, if you want to hold it forever, right? You got it over here. Here, you got doji after doji after doji after doji. This is like, throw 10, don't throw 10 lots, but this is as clear cut. You got a vector here, right? Vectors is 3 wicks to the downside, meaning it's going to reverse on a zone, right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 dojis here, all right? That's just like almost guarantee buy, right? It's very good. You can throw a trend line on here, just some technical analysis. All right, what's it do? Boom, it breaks the trend, right? Pretty simple buy. I didn't look at it. Cool. right? Boom, comes up, right? Nothing through here. I'm not, doing any action through here, right? So there's less setups, as you see, right? We go from the 27th of August to basically the 3rd of September, right? So that's about a week. There's no action through here, right? But I said the 1 hour, you're going to have more setups, a lot more setups, right? As well as the RSI is going to be tapped out a lot more. As you see, it's not so much outside these zones, the 70 and the 30, but it will on the 1 hour a little bit more. All right, so one, find your zones, right? Support resistance, supply demand, whatever you want to call them, right? Step 2, right? Look for the double tops, double bottoms with the doji, right? They go hand in hand, right? 3, not divergence, but the RSI, oversold, overbought, oversold, overbought. If you stick to those 3 rules, you're going to win 90, 95%. If you stick to the first 2 rules, you're going to, be 80, 85%. What I personally do is I lower my lot size on the first 2 rules if it's just the first 2. So if the RSI is close to 70 or 30, at 68, 69, to me that counts, right? It's close enough. I'm not picky. A little hesitation, right? But so for example, like right here, right? Price goes up, it tests, right? Rejects, comes back up, doji, right? They're not at the 70, right? But it is a double top, right? And it is a doji, right? Boom, 90 pips, right? So my point is, lower your lot size, or if you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. Just stick to the 3 rules, right? You're gonna have massive success with the 3 rules. If you stick to 2 of the rules, your percent goes down, right? It's like instead of shooting a layup, you're shooting, a free throw, right? Layups are 98%, 99%, right? Free throws, 90, 95%, bump those percentages down. That's with this, right? And so forth. It's very, very simple. It's very, very easy. Find zones, double top, double bottom dojis, and the RSI, right? You guys have any questions? I don't want to just keep repeating myself. Which you guys like better? You like the breakout trades, or do you like reversals? You can take yourself off mute or whatever.
I like the reversals more.
Reversals?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're kind of struggling with the gold, the breakout trading, because you're getting faked out or whatever it may be, this might be something. What I've noticed is actually that people people are either a breakout trader or a breakout trader or the reversal trader, right? Unless you're fairly good at one, right? I wouldn't try practicing 2. I can do both. I can, easily identify a reversal from a breakout. So, but my thing is, if you haven't had that repetition at one or the other, I would recommend sticking to one and then diversifying, right? Seems harder to determine if it's an actual breakout or fake out. Yeah. So Derek, exactly what you said, or I think I just mentioned that. Some people are better at one or the other, right? So that's why I kind of wanted to bring both to the table. It's kind of like, Shaq versus Steph Curry, right? Some people love being Shaq, right? They want to be 3 feet from the rim because they're tall. They're good like that. They have the technique and all that, right? Where, Steph Curry, you go down there, he might, throw something behind his back or finesse it, but that's not his thing, right? So I want to kind of bring a little bit more diverse style of trading, to you, because it talks about, reversals or breakouts. That's what price does. Price either hits a zone, reverses, or it breaks out. I do both, but I do both with different pairs. So UJ does not move that much, right? You might have 30 pips, 40 pips in a day. So what I do is I do reversals with what I just showed you on the 1 hour with UJ, and I do breakouts with gold. Gold, I don't want to say it doesn't reverse. It obviously does. But it's just a breakout style. I don't know really how to explain it. It just blows through zones a little bit better or more so than UJ. So UJ on reversals, gold on breakouts. That's kind of what I stick to.
And Luke, for the relative strength index, what period did you use?
The period I think I just whatever is default.
14. I think the 14 is.
Yeah, 14.
And then the level is
Yeah,
the
70-30.
70-30. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can leave them at 68 or 32 if you want. I think that's what I do with my for my snapback strategy. I do 68-32. So it's not really that much a difference. If it's at 68, if I have my settings at 70 and it's at 60, I'm going to take it. You know, I'm not a risky trader, but like I have enough confidence in what I do that if it's close enough, it'll pan out and so forth. But you know, figuring out how charts work, it's all about, you know, previous price. There's not an algorithm, but price does the same stuff all the time. You know, so figuring out, you know, I have a crypto strategy, I have my gold strategy, I have this UJ strategy, different parts of the year, I don't know if you've noticed, but the charts are slowing down right now, right? There's not as big moves, you know, less active, yada yada, because the market is a little bit like the summer just slows down. It'll be actually picking up back up in August, September, October, and November. Then end of November on Thanksgiving through December are just slow. You know, unless you're scalping anywhere from 5 to probably like 30, 35 pips in December, most traders, professional traders, don't even trade in December. It's hectic. It's nonsense. Smaller moves, yada yada. So some traders don't even, I mean, most, you know, good traders don't even trade in December. But it's kind of like that's how the market moves in cycles, right? January through basically June or up until June. So January through May, you know, it's on fire. There's moves, tons of moves. You know, then the summer slows down, picks back up, then slows down at the end of the year.
So Luke, if you were to look at the current price of UJ right now, would that be a setup right now? It looks like.
Let me look on my phone. My guy. I'm using my guy's.
Yeah, that stain on that chart.
On the 1 hour?
No, just the color scheme he's got going.
Oh yeah, it's a little off.
Dang, you guys dogging his chart.
Yeah, killing my eyes, bro.
Damn, Drew, they're dogging you, bro. No, he just got this laptop, so he hasn't set it up on this laptop yet. But I don't see anything on UJ. Because you're looking for a doji at the top, right? It looks like what UJ did on the 4 hour is break a zone and then come down and retest. I see the doji forming or about to complete, but that's not it's on a zone going up. I don't see that as a reversal because it broke through and then retested. If that makes sense.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm also looking for a double top, or at least a second test, instead of just one doji. So UJ, I see it coming down, but it doesn't quite fit what I'm looking for. If I had to guess, I would say it's going to come down to about 111.5 area, but it just doesn't fit my criteria. And gold, if you look at the daily, so gold, just like how we do breakouts on the hour, you know, with gold, I mean, it's the same situation on the daily, right? So if you look for the past 4 days, it's basically doji, right? Now it's dropping as we speak, but it's just consolidating basically through 12.18 through roughly, I don't know, 12.24, 12.25 on the daily. So I'm not trading really until it breaks that consolidation zone. It's not my style. You could probably, you know, do some intraday trading, scalping from zone to zone. You know, I just don't like it. It's just not something I like, and especially if it's NFP week. If you go to forexfactory.com, there's some crazy news tomorrow, just like there was this morning. Thursday, I don't know about. Then you have NFP day on Friday. So, like I said, I don't really trade this week.
Yo, let me ask you something real quick. How do people because I heard people were trading the news, and it seems like the news goes like the opposite way, or the chart usually goes the opposite way of the news. Is that correct?
I have no idea. I literally, it's like asking me, like say I'm Michael Jordan, it's like asking me how to play tennis. Or it's a sport I don't mess with. I've never traded news. It's just one thing my mentor, like people are the same thing like TradingView. I've never used TradingView.
Right.
I just got brought up on NT4. That's what I got taught. It works, and I stick to it. I've never traded news. I've never. I traded news a couple of times. I threw a couple $100 in. I hit buy or sell. One time I blew my account. One time, I made a few $100. It's more of a gamble to me.
Yeah.
And I had the $100 obviously to lose, so I was like, cool. If I win, cool. If I don't, cool. I lost 100. But I don't even do that anymore. That was probably like a year ago.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this strategy you were showing, this is for UJ, right?
Yeah. This is for UJ that I traded with. It worked. I'm sure it does work on other pairs. I stick to gold and UJ. That's something, one of my mentors again taught me is, pick two pairs, stick to those two pairs. Pick a style, stick to that style. So that's one thing I really harp on is a trading plan. Pick a pair or two, pick a pip goal, and pick a time. Right. So for my gold, it's end of the day, start of the new day. For UJ, I'll look for a setup during Tokyo, which is basically 7 to 9ish. If it's not there, I don't trade it. If there's no dojis, I don't trade it. Then I revisit it about 8 to 11 in New York session. Eastern.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Got a couple last minutes. Any last questions? Gold strategy, this strategy, trading plan, Forex in general.
There's been like barely any setups for gold, correct?
Yeah, gold's been consolidating for the past 4 days, so I don't trade during consolidation.
Okay.
I don't trade NFP week.
Okay.
Yeah, so I trade three weeks out of the month. If I can hit, honestly, if I hit 50% for the month, that's a good month. I usually do that in not quite a week, but definitely within 2 weeks. That's my normal rate. Anywhere from 30 to 50% a week. If you do the math, that's anywhere from 100 to 200% a month in 3 weeks. Go up here. Yeah. So just to reiterate, UJ for reversals, gold for breakouts, gold trade end of the day, start of the new day, and then UJ is that during Tokyo because it's the yen pair, right? Tokyo from 7 to 9. Usually it's not there. It's very non-existent. UJ sometimes it does move, so I'll look, but if it's not there, I'm not going to force it. And then New York session 8 to 11. Luke, you mentioned times of day. Is that because you're waiting for momentum given by the market opens and closes? That's just my time frame that I trade because UJ is more active during the Tokyo and New York. It's not really active during GBP, which is London's time, right? Gold, I'm catching the whole daily candle, so I trade it end of the day, start of the new day. And Sundays, I don't trade just because there's not much volume. I think you mentioned, momentum, much volume in it. Alright.
Yo, do you think you could put those rules like you can like type them into the chat or like on the I think it's like the gold group?
Yeah. Did you see him on the chart?
No, I didn't see him on the chart because I got in a little bit late.
Okay, yeah. Once we get off here, I'll type him in the chart. or not or the chat. I'm not sure.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty, guys. Well, we only got a couple minutes left. Any last minute questions? Definitely message me and whatnot, or the chat, whichever. And then we'll come out, or I'll come out swinging next week. If you guys want to trade this week, just be careful. Stick to rules. Don't over leverage. It is NFP week. Some funky things happen. So, if any other questions, just message me, and we'll catch these pips. See you guys.